Hello, my beautiful single collective. Elsie here with the reading. It's the weekend, and I like to drop a singles read for you on the weekend. And let's do that. Let's talk about it. I think that we're going to set an intention here. And I think we're going to talk about, first of all, we're going to do, maybe 3 different readings here. And we'll talk about, like, why are you single? Right, first of all, for some of you, maybe you don't know why. And this is a general reading, so please be aware it's not going to resonate with everybody, but for some of you who are looking for answers and it does resonate, we'll talk about why you're still single. The second thing I think that we'll talk about is how you can remedy that, what you can do if you not necessarily ready to date, but you don't necessarily want to be single, you're sort of in the middle. We'll talk about how you can remedy that. And then we'll also talk about who's in the future. Who is the person that is showing up in the future here? So future love for you. Let's find out why you're single. Why are you still single, collective? Tell me about the collective. Why are you still single? Got the Ten of Swords, because you've been through some sort of betrayal, tough ending. It's like you still can't seem to let go of that. And of course, for some of you, it was terrible, awful, and brutal. And, because the Ten of Swords is the brutal energy. But I feel like for some of you, the reason that you might still be single is because you're just learning how to release that right now. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, and it's sort of this tug and pull of, I really do want this long-term relationship, but I feel like I can't trust it. So you're not looking just to date. You're looking for somebody who is long-term, and that will take longer, right? We've got the 7 of Pentacles here. It will take longer. If you are looking for someone who is looking for long-term, then you're not just dating here, there, and everywhere. You're meeting people in the wild, and you're sort of observing them and being friends with them and taking a really long time to make your decision. It's not something that you're just going to jump into passion, because passion burns out, and that stuff doesn't very rarely works. I mean, there's probably a one-off situation where it did. Not saying that it can't, but that's really not usually the way it works. We've got the 5 of Swords. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. And we've got the Judgment card. So I feel like this is it. It feels like the reason that you might still be single is because you're being choosy, and that's really good. I feel like what you want is you want the friendship stage first. You want the acquaintance stage first. You want the 3 of Pentacles. Let's build a foundation, and then we can decide what we want to do from there. Do we really want to plant the seeds of intention and then nurture them together? Like, what are we going to do from here? So I feel like there is a decision to be made here. I feel like this is the reason probably that you are still single at this point. Some of you are waiting for someone to come back around from the past. It's not for everybody. Some people do want someone to come back around, and not everybody does. But I feel like somebody's fighting that feeling still. And that would be because we're already in the retrograde shadow. We're looking at this real time. And on the 18th of July is when Mercury goes retrograde in Leo energy. And so this Judgment card, I feel, is somebody who's waiting. Is somebody coming back? It's like you feel like that somebody is on their way back, and I feel like this is someone that you had words with, or someone that you didn't absolutely agree with. If that's the case, if the reason that you two broke up, or the reason that you felt betrayed is because somebody here wanted to win at any cost, and if you didn't believe what they believed in terms of all of the fundamental things, having kids, politics, religion, if you didn't agree with them, they didn't want it. And I feel like that hasn't changed with that person who's from the past, for those of you who are wondering. But I feel like you're in this place where, for those of you who are just looking forward here to something new, I feel like for those of you who are in that energy, I feel like the reason that you're still single is because you're waiting for somebody, but you haven't quite healed from what went on in the past. I feel like you're still living in that memory bank. With the 6 of Cups, it feels like you are still feeling an emotional pull to that. And although you've blocked them, you've gotten rid of them, maybe you've given away or thrown away all of the memories of them, I feel like, physical memories, like pictures you had and things that they gave you. And although you've gone through all of that, I feel like you're still stuck in nostalgia here. So it does feel like you still have these, to you, emotional feelings are stuck in this place of the 5 of Cups. It feels like you are still in regret that it didn't work out, but you've got to move forward, and in that space is where you're hovering, right? You're hovering in that space of, I don't really want it back, but I'm still mourning it, is what it looks like here. So we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Moon energy, and we have the Death card. It feels like something is about to change, and I feel that you probably already feel that, collective. For those of you who are maybe Pisces or Cancer, maybe Scorpio, Virgo, if you are tied to your intuition at all, Taurus maybe, I feel like you are somebody who feels like something is about to change quickly. The Death card is here with the Knight of Swords, and I feel like you could be right. Something is about to change, something's on the horizon, and it feels like there is a King of Wands here. Now, whoever this person is, regardless of their sign, they don't have to be the King of Wands as an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. They could be any sign, because I've mentioned all others. This person is somebody who runs with their masculine leaning energy, I would say. They like to pursue. So whether that's a woman or a man, there are some women who are in their masculine energy, and you need to figure out which one you are. But it feels like somebody here wants to pursue you, and I feel that you know that. And this could be someone that you've met recently, or someone from the past. It could possibly be. The World card is here. It's telling me here that you've grown a lot since the ending with this person. And it feels like there is a new person coming in. It feels like for some of you that you are still single because you can't let go, because this Judgment card still has you held to the past. And although you've closed the door and you've carried on, I feel like your thoughts, your memories, that you're still stuck to that energy. I'm going to say something's coming in that's new, but only if you can completely detach from this, because you can't take that, this betrayal feeling, this argumentative, like this feeling of winning at any cost. You can't take that into a new relationship. So that might be what the delay is for you. So what can you do to remedy that, right? Let's talk about that. What can you do to remedy that, collective? How can you fix it? How can the collective fix how they can't let go of the past or still have memories of... It feels like somebody here feels as though if I get into a relationship, it's just going to be much of the same. Just because you're so still very tightly tied to the memories of the past. We've got, it says here, you need to look forward to the future. And the only way you can look forward to the future is if you make a different decision. If you decide to heal and then move forward here, it feels like you need to work on the self. But what I mean by that, I don't say that you're not working on yourself. I mean, are you the Queen of Cups? Are you compassionate and kind and loving and deep and, listening to your intuition? Are you the Queen of Pentacles, taking care of yourself physically, taking care of yourself financially? Are you standing on your own 2 feet and you don't really need it, because that's who the Empress is? The Empress doesn't really need a +1. If you're still in this energy of looking for someone because you need a +1, then you can be rest assured you're not going to get it. So I feel like you need to be in your Empress energy, which is the energy of, now that I don't need it, I want it. So you're a little bit pickier when you're in the Empress energy, because you're not out there swiping, you're not out there looking, but you're out there sort of putting yourself in social situations and seeing who you attract, that kind of energy. And the Judgment card is here. So I feel like what you need to do to remedy that is make a decision to do something different than you've ever done, so you can get something different than you've ever gotten here. I feel like you need to look forward to the future and just heal the past and let it go, because I still feel like this 4 of Swords, what you're healing from is the 5 of Pentacles, is, feeling like you're going to be ghosted again, or that your heart is going to be broken. We got 3 swords here and 1 on the floor. I don't know how to handle that if I'm going to get my heart broken again. The Sun is here though, but the Sun is here on the Empress. And so, the Empress is saying it is time to step into those shoes. It's time to step into a place where you are so self-assured and self-secure that when you walk into a room, you're wondering if you like anyone in the room. You don't wonder if they like you. In fact, you don't even care. That you're so secure within yourself that if someone is attracted to you, or you pull somebody in, that you will give them a chance to talk to them and figure out who they are. But I feel like the Sun is here on the Empress, because I feel like you have to be happy already. happy being by yourself. You have to be enjoying your own company. And I'm not saying to stay single forever. I'm saying that there's a place where you get into this place where when you don't need it, it flips to this beautiful place where you want it. And it's not that you need it. So when somebody comes and approaches you and it doesn't work out, you're like, okay, well, I guess that person's just not on my path. We've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We've got the Tower, and we've got the Justice card. So I feel like how you can remedy this is by not being in the Queen of Swords energy. Queen of Swords energy is here with the Sun, and I feel that there needs to be a realization that it can't be harsh words that cause towers for people, that try not to let whatever happened in the past, because it feels like somebody here was really terribly hurt, and try not to let it follow you into the future, because the Tower here is falling and it feels like it's pulling apart everything that you never needed. It always falls apart so it can fall back together again in the right way so you can have justice, because something here is being restored. It feels like karma's being restored or balance is being restored. But I feel like that happens once you get into this Empress energy. It feels like, excuse me, it feels like there is, and the Page of Pentacles tells me that there is a new opportunity coming for you here. And the Queen of Cups is here. So it is an emotional opportunity. Tell me what happens after we remedy the situation. There we go. Someone shows up here. It feels like you've been waiting. That's what the stall is. The stall is that you need to be in this Empress energy. Otherwise, you're just going to get what you always got. You're going to get back into the same cycle. And yes, it will continue to break your heart and it will continue the same as it ever was. But it feels like here, this new opportunity that shows up, it feels like it stops because you need to get into this Ten of Pentacles, knowing your own worth, having your financial security, also taking care of your health, wealth, managing all of those things, being happy on your own before someone else shows up here. How do you do the healing? In the Hermit energy, and that's where you will find love, and that's where you will find the deepest love, I feel, is in the Hermit energy, finding your light. And when you realize that you really love yourself enough to stop the cycle of dating and crashing and dating and crashing and dating and crashing, then the Strength card shows up and you become resilient. You become very you start holding back from people. You start to notice them coming on the approach, right? Because this person is very psychic, right? The Empress is somebody who is the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. And those are all together. All those sisters are very psychic, feminine or masculine, right? And so we have the Strength card here. I feel like you now start holding your energy back from people. Now you're making decisions about who you want in your life instead of just allowing anyone to wander in past the boundaries. So let's talk about who is in the future. Let's talk about new love in the future for the collective. Tell me about new love in the future for the collective, please. Tell me about new love in the future for the collective singles. There we go. Look at that, right? It's really beautiful. Like, it feels like there's some work that needs to be done for some of you, not all of you. Some of you are already at this Empress energy, and so that part of the reading would be for you. But it feels like once you finally come through that dark night of the soul, right? When you finally take the change and you give into the change and you give into the Death card, because it's like the old you has died and the new you is somebody who has better boundaries, who is now picking better, right? Who's now very wary of who you allow into your life. And honestly, I'll tell you, when you stop chasing, whatever you want will show up, but it's going to take longer. And that's why people chase, because they're impatient. But when you're the Empress, you don't have this impatience. Look at this energy. Look, there is somebody who's coming in the future, and it's about to change everything. This person is going to change the way you look at love. They're going to change the way you look at a romantic bond. This is really beautiful. It could be a fixed sign. It doesn't have to be, but we do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We also have Sagittarius energy because this is Jupiter. But your love life is about to expand. Things are about to change. And the reason they are changing is because it's time, because we've got 2 major arcanas here, right? So I feel like it's going to change how you see love, how you see emotions, how you see bond. And it is going to be a very fortunate time in your life. And I think you're going to like this change. It's transformative. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. That's really beautiful. We've got a new beginning. And it feels like because you've done the waiting, because you haven't been chasing, because when you chase, you're going to catch, but it's temporary. But when you wait for it to show up for you because you've manifested it, taken care of yourself, all of those things that the Empress does, then the door just swings open and it's effortless, right? We have the 10 of Pentacles. When you realize your worth, as I was saying, when you realize your worth and you have your stability and you're very busy with making money, doing your work at your job, maybe you've got a business, it feels like what changes is how you see yourself in a relationship, which is really lovely. Like you change how you see the bond. Like not everybody is worthy of your time, effort, energy. You're taking very good care of yourself if you're the Empress, and not everybody is worthy of your worth. And so I feel like this High Priestess energy is on high alert. It feels like the High Priestess is quiet. The High Priestess is not the one who is sharing all her secrets, or his secrets. The High Priestess is the one who is very reserved, who is waiting for someone to swing open the door and say, hey, how are you? I feel like that's what you're waiting for, and I feel like you're waiting for it silently. There is somebody coming here who might be Pisces. They could be Aries, possibly a Taurus, a Scorpio. I think we talked about that already. Could be a water sign, absolutely. We've got Cancer energy here. Could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. The thing is with the Fool, right? The Fool is the opportunity to take a leap of faith. But with the Fool carries, the wand around with the little pack on the back, and you can't take any of your old junk from the past and bring it into the new cycle, because the new cycle will just crash that way. If you take the old and try and stuff it into the new, it just ends up being the same cycle. So I feel like somebody here is about to meet somebody brand new. Tell me about the Fool. Everything's about to change when you meet this person. Tell me about the Fool. We've got the Queen of Cups. This person comes in emotionally available, kind, considerate, giving, loving. They're emotionally available. This is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy. This person is somebody who's holding out their cup. They're ready. They're emotionally available. And I feel like it might freak you out just a little bit at the beginning. And I think you're going to want to go slow, because this person is going to show you who they are right at the beginning, because they feel like they can trust you as this Empress energy. So the Queen of Cups is, I feel, somebody who is going to show you the depth of them, how deep they are right from the get-go. And I think that this person, it's going to, with the 10 of Wands, it's going to make you want to go quicker, but you're going to hold back. And I feel like this 10 of Wands is telling me that it's a reminder of what happened before. And that's why you're on the horse. This Knight of Pentacles is moving really slow for a reason. So we can have the time to go over the details, to get to know you really slowly. I can be very practical with my time. Make sure you're not codependent, right? It feels like what you're trying to do is release some of this 10 of Wands energy. I don't want to feel weighed down by emotional things. I want to make sure that you're the right person for the job. This person is really attracted to you. There you are. Very attracted to you, I feel, whether you're feminine or masculine, Empress. The Ace of Wands is very exciting, but I feel like you're going slow. I feel like this is all you've waited for, but I also feel like you are being very choosy because you know what your worth is. And I feel like you're, the the Empress always wears the crown, and the crown chakra is open. You can see that it's lit up there. And also has the ability to see into the future, because she's got the crystal ball there, right? And somebody who is taking their advice from the universe. The advice from the universe is saying, move slow. Move slow, be very practical, and be very intentional with your movements. And once you get to meet this person, try not to get wrapped up in the Ace of Wands, because this person, I feel, is going to be very excited to see you. They're going to be somebody who sparks excitement within you. You're the Queen of Wands, right? Being the Empress here. So the Ace of Wands is here, and it's in a very exciting time. Tell me more. We have the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords. Oh, look at that. Yep, there's a realization. This person is the one. This is the long-term relationship here. And the Sun showing up with the Tower is a realization. It's an awareness. The Ace of Swords, it's like after having long conversations that give you this realization. It's long conversations that give you awareness that this person really has you at a place where you're very comfortable with them and comfortable in their company. I feel like this person is somebody who is who you have a realization is your new person. I feel that you realize that they are your new person. Let's pull out this deck and see if we can get any details about this. I feel like this person makes you very happy, or makes happy conversation. And the Sun with the Tower is a major realization about something they say. So something they say puts you in this place of, that's the one. I was waiting for that one. Tell me about this person, a little bit about this person for the collective, please. We've got the end of waiting is near. I kind of love that. And we have this person could have dark hair, or maybe you do. This could be someone you already know, but listen, I don't think it's someone you've already dated. I'm not getting that feeling here. I'm getting that maybe this is someone that you passed up, maybe that you weren't interested in before. Maybe before you knew your worth, maybe you were chasing different things, and now you're not chasing. And I feel like now that things are moving slower and you're moving slower, that I feel like somebody might show up that you've come across before. You've met them, you've talked to them, you've maybe been in a group and maybe saw them or whatever, but I feel like you weren't interested at the time. We have someone has, dark hair and light eyes. That's my favorite. I wonder if it is for you. We have soul recognition. There you go. And this person does seek passion. You see what I mean? They are showing up as very passionate here. So they could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. This is a soul recognition with this person. You might be seeing twos but just before they come round. This person is probably very smart. They're not going to show their feelings on the surface immediately, because cold as ice to me is the King of Swords. This is someone who's not going to be icy necessarily, but this person is somebody who is going to be someone who doesn't show their feelings on the surface immediately. And that's really what a grown-up does. That's really what a king does, right? The king isn't just going to love bomb you. That's not a king. That's a love bomber. And that's something that's very temporary. So you've already met this person. And like I said, I don't think that you know them. I think that you've met them already, but you don't really know them, or you gave them up. So maybe they were small in stature. Maybe you're not into a short woman. Maybe you're not into a short man. But it says here in the next few weeks, you two are going to come back into alignment with each other here. And then we have a younger masculine. Maybe you're the younger masculine. Maybe it was a problem with, maybe you're a younger masculine. Maybe they're an older feminine, or maybe they're an older masculine. And maybe it was an age difference that freaked you out. Maybe that's why you had no interest in them. Maybe you are the feminine and this is a younger masculine. Maybe it was an age difference and y'all weren't just sure if it was going to work out. This person does live close. So they do, maybe not this year though. Maybe they are going to be moving to the area. They are physically fit. Bottom of the deck, we have warm as the sun. There we go. We got the sun. So they could be Leo. So I'm getting from here Aquarius energy. I'm getting from here Leo energy. I'm getting, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But look, we've got Scorpio. We've got Leo energy here. We've got Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Taurus and Libra. We have all those other ones that I mentioned before, and I feel like we are coming to a place probably in the next 3 weeks. So for me, wands are weeks, and so I feel in the next 3 weeks in the future that some of you that are ready in this Empress energy, feminine or masculine, that I feel like somebody is about to come round. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you, collective singles, for being here watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care. Bye-bye.